Just you can raise your hand. So I can assume you join are either professor. How many of you are professor here? All right. So, how many of you have ever felt like, please make it as an interactive session because this session is going to be very interesting and definitely we will learn something and there will be a self check to do. So, if we are interactive, so many things will be clear, so many things we will learn, so many things we will understand, and there will be a self test. So, how many of you have ever felt like stressed, anxiety, confused, disappointed after failure, or maybe sometimes like we lost an interest to go ahead? Maybe because of a failure, maybe because of a fear, maybe because of a competition, maybe because of a stress, quite often, right? Other people, quite often we feel like that. Sometimes we are able to do many things, but maybe we don't have enough confidence. Sometimes we do have confidence, but after looking at the surroundings or maybe the competition, we feel very low. So today we will see how to solve these problems because these are very common emotional crises. And we are not alone here. You must be knowing Arjun, the greatest warrior, around 5,000, more than 5,000 years ago. He also felt the same emotional crisis. So we will just a second. I will share my screen, and if anybody can answer that, if the presentation is visible to each and everyone.
Yes, ma'am.
Thank you so much. So, if we think the answer is yes, sometimes we feel disappointed, sometimes we feel confused, sometimes we feel very low or distracted by social media. So, we are not alone. So, around 5,000 years back, 5,000 years ago, a great, brilliant warrior named Arjun faced the same similar emotional crisis. Now we have to understand why we need Srimad Bhagavad Gita and why, especially that very old, it's a matter of 5,000 years ago. Will it be helpful to today's era in this contemporary world? Is it relatable? So today we will understand how Srimad Bhagavad Gita can guide us to face the challenges, maybe in the student's life or in anyone's life, we can say. So, first of all, we are very blessed that we live in Bharat. We must know that the India, the Bharat, it is a treasure house of the knowledge. Always remember, no matter how educated we are, no matter what degree we are having, no matter we are in what position, in the emotional crisis, if something can help, is the knowledge. As Arjun was also a great warrior, he was not a beginner. Mahabharata was not the very first fight for him. He was a warrior already. Like we are already educated. We are already maybe at some place and at some position. So at the time of emotional crisis, these things doesn't work because we are feeling low inside. So these things might not help us, just like the deer. So knowledge is something that works very well in case of emotional crisis. So we are very blessed that our Bharat is a treasure house of a knowledge, philosophy, wisdom, culture. And we must know that Indian knowledge system was never limited to only skill oriented education, just like Arjuna. Again, if we compare. So he was very versed with his skill. He was very good in fighting. He was known as Mahayodha, Mahabahu, if we read Srimad Bhagavad Gita. So he was very well skilled. But what happened in the time of crisis? He is feeling so low that he thinks I cannot fight. But he's already skilled in that. So our actually the Indian knowledge system was actually designed traditionally. That was not limited to only skill-oriented education. Rather, it emphasized the value-based learning as a holistic holistic approach. Nowadays, the education system that we follow, it is a skill-based. Nowadays, if we have a good degree, if we have a nice education, we are eligible to earn money. We are eligible for any post in any field from where we are educated. So skills are there, but what about the emotional crisis? What about the mental well-being? What about the physical well-being? Our Indian knowledge system provides a holistic approach. So if we see our Vedas nowadays, people are not reading it or not understanding it because we are only busy in getting the skill-based courses. But actually, our foundation of knowledge that comes from Vedas, Upanishad, Mahapurana, that gives us holistic approach. And we should not get confused in that all these are only spiritual books. No. In fact, Srimad Bhagavad Gita, it is not only the spiritual book, it's actually a life guide. We must ask this question. I don't know why people don't ask this question. If we assume that our scriptures, Bhagavad Gita, Vedas are only, let's say, spiritually based, then why at the time of Mahabharata was that I will ask this question from you. I hope you all will respond from this. If we assume that Srimad Bhagavad Gita or the Vedas, Upanishad, Mahapurans, whatever treasure of knowledge we have, if they are limited, let's say, to the spiritual concept, then why at the time of war, why at the time of Mahabharata, Bhagavad Gita was that knowledge was given to the earth? Have you ever thought on that? Because mostly people think though Srimad Bhagavad Gita it is a spiritual book, it's a religious book. We have some thoughts like that. So there comes a question: if it is related to the spirituality only, then why at the time of Mahabharata? It must be recited at some temple, some ashram, something like that. But in the Mahabharata, why was that any spiritual event? That Yudh was any spiritual event? So I ask you this question. Have you ever thought why Srimad Bhagavad Gita that knowledge was given at the land of war, the biggest war? Any one of you can guess this answer? It is written kite. Am I audible? Yes, I appreciate that you are typing the answer, but because the screen is in the sharing mode, I cannot see the messages. So if you answer, it will be much better. Moral crisis for Arjun. Yes. Any other responses? Have you ever thought why that knowledge was given at the land of youth? And if the knowledge is given at the land of Mahabharata, then Can we say it is only a spiritual book? No, we cannot just pass a judgment, or we cannot just assume that it is only a spiritual book, but yes, it is a book for a life. It gives you a guidance for a holistic lifestyle, whether it is a skill oriented learning or a value based education. In fact, health management, even mental well being, and many. So if we see our Vedas that provides the knowledge like fundamental knowledge related to the righteous living, duties and universal truth. Our Upanishad that presents philosophical understanding about the self-consciousness, deeper meaning of the life. Similarly, we have many scriptures that taught us, that guide us through the many things that helps us to live happy life, peaceful life, and a satisfied life. But nowadays, because we are emotionally not that, now see the bitter truth about the today's life is financially, man or a woman are independent nowadays, strongly, whether a man or a woman. Nowadays, all are financially maximum, all are financially independent. But when it comes to the emotional area, emotionally, maximum people change. Emotionally, we are not that strong. Sometimes we fail emotionally. So, contemporary academic world students or anyone, they become professionally and technically skilled, enabling them to achieve financially security where we have career, we have position, we have a lot of success. So the problem is modern education system, it focuses only on the primarily on the academic performance and the career development. But in the practical life, what happens? Emotional crises are there and often lead to social media. After this era of the social media, again there are pros and cons, and many a times again we feel low that everybody is doing something, but I am not doing anything. Sometimes we feel low. So comparatively, if we see the contemporary academic world, it gives less attention to the emotional stability, ethical values, mental wellness, self-awareness, and what is the result? Many of us experiences this stress, anxiety, confusion. Sometimes we know I can do, but there is a confusion whether to do it or not. Sometimes we are unable to decide whether to be emotional or to be practical. I know I can do it, but the thing is, I am confused. I should behave emotionally or I should behave practically. Should I be selfish at this particular point or not? So ultimately, even though we are able to do something, but we cannot perform our duties, or we are unable to do anything because of the confusion. And why? Because there is no such education. What to do, when to do, how to react. There is also a confusion whether to react or to respond. Maximum of the time we react to the situation. We forget to respond to the situation. And that changes the entire game. Reaction ultimately puts us in the guilt feeling. Again stress, again anxiety. But if we respond, if we learn how to respond to the situation, I can say that I can feel that stress percentage will definitely reduce. But we are not trained in that way, whether to react or to respond. So that is what the difficulties in the practical life. So the situation that highlights the growing need for more holistic and the value-oriented educational approach that support both intellectual growth, and the overall well-being. And we are really thankful to the Indian Knowledge System series, in fact, to the organization that trying to spread the holistic awareness. That is what we need nowadays. So now we will see one insight from our ancient philosophical guidance, and we will also understand really that ancient knowledge can help our contemporary problems. Yes, why not? 5,000 years ago, also people used to feel hungry. They also used to eat something. Nowadays, also people feel hungry and we eat something. 5,000 years ago, also people used to experience the stress. Now, in contemporary world, also people are expressing the stress. So we have to understand how they used to solve the problems, and definitely those tricks can help us today. Just like yoga nowadays. So if you see in the contemporary world, yoga which is derived from the Ayurveda only. Again, yoga is a part of our ancient scriptures only. That knowledge is from our ancient text only. And it is helpful in today's life. So similarly, we have to understand many of us, we still struggle with the stress, even though we are professionally skilled, we are career oriented, but the struggle is common, that is the stress, anxiety, and confusion. So here is the important role of Upanishad. Here is the important role of Vedas. Here is the most important role of human Bhagavad Gita. Why? Because the Arjun and we are in the same mood. Arjun is Arjun was also skill oriented because he was Mahayodha, he was Mahabahu. It was not his first fight. We are also doing very well in our field. Some of you are in the teaching field, some of you may be from the different field, but we all are doing good in our field. So there is no need to teach ABCD in our field. We are very well versed with our field. But the common thing is, at the time of practical situation where we have to perform the duty just like Arjun, he felt very. He did not understand whether to react to the situation or to respond to the situation. There was a confusion. There was no clarity what to do right now. Everyone in front of me, it seems like ये तो मेरे अपने हैं, then what to do now? Whether I should behave emotionally or whether I should behave practically. There was a confusion. It was not like that कि अर्जुन को लड़ना नहीं आता था. He was very good in fighting because he was a Kshatriya. So it was his duty also. But right now, he is emotionally weak. There are emotional crises. And there are significant slopes that shows that he, Arjun was experienced. If you read Srimad Bhagavad Gita chapter number 1 and 2, a few slopes from the chapter number 2, it says that I am feeling very low. I am feeling very low. I feel I cannot fight. If you read those slopes, my skin is burning. I feel very thirsty. If you see in the modern science, these all are the symptoms of the stress and anxiety. Lips are dried, skin is burning. I feel I cannot hold my weapon. Do you realize the level of anxiety, the level of weakness, that even I cannot hold my weapon? So this shows that at that particular point, when it was a crucial time, and sometimes we also have to identify this is a crucial time to perform the duty. Let's say tomorrow I have exam and today I'm feeling so much of experiencing stress that I cannot open my book. I cannot read the content. I cannot memorize the thing. No, but you cannot say right now, just a day before the exam. So that is the fear, stress, and anxiety. And instead of reading, we never feel. Students never feel. Chalo, at least I will memorize 2 to 3 questions at least. That positive approach never comes. Stress always leads to the negative thought. And then there is a confusion. Should I appear for the exam or not? It is better I will never take it because I am not studying. Sometimes they feel we should not attempt the exam. As an individual also, in our life, many situations, when there is a peak time, actually we have to respond to the situation, but because we are not ready, we think we should not attempt this. And same thing was happened with the earth. But what happened? Now, we have to understand this is a very important topic. If you all are listening, this can change your life if you understand this. Can anyone just respond whether you are listening or whether you are there or not? Please unmute yourself, at least a 1%.
We are very much there, madam.
Thank you
Connected
so
with you.
much. This is a life changing slide, I can say, in front of. This is a very good thing to self check and to change ourselves. The day we will understand that negative mindset prefers the comfort zone, just like Arjun. At the end, and in the sense, at the end of the chapter number 1, he said, I will not fight. When he said at the time of crisis, it is very crucial time. At the end time, where it is very important to fight, you cannot say, I won't fight. This was the comfort zone of Arjun. If I speak in Hindi, I hope Hindi is comfortable with each and everyone because that feel and vibe of Srimad Bhagavad Gita comes with that language. So he said कि कृष्ण मैं नहीं लड़ूंगा इससे अच्छा मैं भीख मांग के खा लूंगा. So he was ready to beg, but he was not ready to fight. Always remember, stress will give you the negative thoughts. And if we are unable to deal with the negative thoughts, if we are unable to divert the negative thoughts into the positive thoughts, what will be the result? The result will be we will find out our comfort zone. And what is the comfort zone? Not doing anything is the comfort zone. Sitting down is the comfort zone. Not performing the duty is a comfort zone. This is the reason you might see that many of the patients or many of the people that faces or experience the stress, anxiety, depression, most of the time they sleep for a long hours. Maybe after taking the pills, if like they are experiencing the insomnia, if they are not sleeping, but they won't do anything. They will just, fall asleep, just स्क्रीनिंग करते रहेंगे स्क्रोलिंग द स्क्रीन कुछ भी प्रोडक्टिव दे कैन नॉट डू दिस इज व्हाट stress led to the negative thoughts and negative thoughts if at the right time they are not diverted they will prefer the comfort zone. We will be I can't do anything, I am not capable of doing anything, I don't feel to do anything. Even sometimes very small activities we are unable to do. It's not because we are not physically healthy. Arjun was also physically healthy, but he said, I cannot hold the weapons. This is what my situation is. But that person was physically very healthy at that time. This is the reason he was there at the land of the youth. That means he was physically fit and fine, but he said, I cannot hold the weapons. Negative thoughts ultimately attack our physical body. with the help of psychology that says, no, you cannot do it. You cannot do it. It is difficult. It is better not to do. There is a lot of confusion. If I will do this, this thing will happen. If I will do that, this thing will happen. And I cannot handle it. All negative thoughts. Negative thoughts always realizes you that you cannot do it. Or it is not worthable to do it. Better not to do it. Why? It is slowly, gradually entering to the comfort zone. And choosing comfort zone is not okay. See, experiencing stress, anxiety, it is okay because it is a common problem in today's era. There is a lot of competition. People sometimes judge us. There are many factors that can lead to the stress, and that is okay. It is as good as if I simplify this, if I am enjoying the rain, let's say, so I may get cold or cough. So it is okay because I was there in the rain for a long number of hours, maybe, or it doesn't suit me. So it is okay. I caught cold or a cough, but not treating the cold and cough is not okay. So similarly, if we are feeling stress, it is okay. If Arjun can, the greatest warrior, then if we experience that, it is okay, not a big deal, not a big problem. First of all, remind yourself it's not a big problem. Each and every person feels the same in some of the situation or maybe many of the situations. But what is not okay is to choose the comfort. This is not, and this is the problem nowadays. People don't get a way or don't find a way to come out of the comfort zone. Many people are in their comfort zone, not doing anything. They don't feel to go out, to hang out. They don't feel to talk to anyone. They don't feel to do something productive, nothing. I will sit inside. I don't feel anything to do. I even don't feel to enjoy. Everything seems so dark and dull. These feelings are okay, but remaining under these feelings is not. So this is what we have to understand, that negative thoughts often make us feel weak, helpless, incapable of handling the difficult situation. As a result, what happens? Many individuals prefer escaping from the responsibility, which is dangerous. Remaining in the comfort zone, or we can say give up situation, just like Arjuna said. So this is a psychological condition. It is not the actual condition. Don't think that yes, really we are unable to do anything. No, it's a psychological effect. And that psychological effect is because of the stress and negative thoughts. So before the war, if we say, before the war began, Arjun also experienced the emotional breakdown. Same confusion, anxiety, fear, hopelessness, lack of confidence, the way he exactly said. But and what he decided, he also expressed that I will beg, but I will not perform the duty in the Kurukshetra. Although he was a Kshatriya. Sometimes, if I am a student, I am escaping from the exams and I am not ready to study due to any reason. I am a professor. I am not, let's say, ready to teach. I am not ready to read the new talk. Sometimes it happens that nowadays technology is in the peak, and those who are not even from the technical field, they have to learn many things, even especially after the AI. So those, whether from the commerce background, from science background, or from any field, now the time has changed. Everybody has to understand AI. Everybody has to learn a little, at least something through the AI. We have to accept AI. And sometimes, if the person is not ready to accept new things, If we are not, our mindset is not ready to learn something new, then we feel the same. Now, so what to do in this situation? This is very important. What is very important? Divert the negative thoughts into the positive. That is negative mindset into strength. Many people are at the stage of stress only. Many of us are in the state of anxiety only, and just things are going on. There is no energy, there is no strength, there is no clarity. Just days are passed. But the day we will understand, the day we are able to convert or divert our, not in fact divert, but yes, there is a need to convert negative thoughts into the strength. Then what will happen? That game will change. You will find a new version of yourself. The one who was escaping the responsibilities, was not ready, and the body language was like very low confident person. But the day I am able to convert my negativity into the positivity, then everything will get success. Everything will get success. Just a minute. I'm so sorry. Now the question is, if the Arjun was in the same boat, in fact his situation was more crucial and difficult than us. His situation was more crucial, and it was very crucial time when he decided not to do. You know what Krishna did? He did not say, "Oh, you're not feeling well, or your skin is burning, your lips are, you're feeling dehydration. I think you should take a rest." Generally, what we do is that I'm feeling very low and I think I need a break. I think I should take a nap. I think I should take a rest. In fact, if we visit a doctor, he or she will give you sleeping pills so that you just take a rest. But Krishna did not offer something like that. Oh, Arjuna, I think you should take a rest. In this situation, how will you fight? I think you should take a nap of, let's say, 15 minutes. You should take a break. I will manage everything. Don't worry. No such words. No such words. If you read the entire Bhagavad Gita, nowhere you will find that. In fact, Krishna did not respond in that particular way, in emotional way. That Arjun is feeling emotional, so in return, Krishna did not respond in the emotional way. Oh, come on, come here, I will hug you. Don't worry, everything will be okay. You should take a rest, have some pill, or at least have Chavanpraj or something, nothing. Because he's a Lord Krishna. He knows very well see what is happening. It is a psychological effect only, nothing else. He knows very well. Today, Arjun right now is denying to fight. Why? Only because of a psychological effect. Remember, stress is not a disease. Anxiety is not a disease. We actually, there is no need to see a doctor. It is a psychological effect. It is a negative thoughts effect, reaction. The moment we are able to convert that psychological effect, if we are able to reverse it, the game will change. And what Krishna did? Arjun was feeling helpless with the help of negative thoughts, right? This was the problem. Problem is negative thoughts. And what Krishna did? Reversed. He reminded him with the positive words. Who are you? You are a Yodha. if we see this, what Krishna at this crucial moment, the philosophy of Srimad Bhagavad Gita, what was the main role of Srimad Bhagavad Gita here? Transformed the Arjun's negative mindset into the strength and the clarity, and that ultimately leads to the confidence. We must think that the one who is feeling low, the one who is feeling like I won't fight, how he became the hero. This is just the opposite situation. हमने तो सुना है अगर कोई लड़ने से पहले ही हार मान ले तो वो तो कभी हीरो बन ही नहीं सकता. This is what we have learned so far. So he is in the same situation. But everybody knows that Arjun became the hero. Then how? So here is the trick. Lord Krishna guided Arjuna not merely through the instructions, not through the powerful or motivating words, but with the powerful and motivating words that psychologically strengthen his mind and awaken his inner peace. The only problem is it is a psychological effect. If we reverse it, we will regain our strength. We will regain our courage. We will regain our confidence. And then everything will be solved. So, one slok that I love the most from Srimad Bhagavad Gita, which is from chapter number 2, slok number 2. You must revise it if you feel. Very beautiful slok, and I will focus only on the one word. Uttishta Parantat. This is what that helps me many a times as guided by my spiritual guide. Kali Bayam Ma Samagam Patha Natatapate Padate Shrudam Shudram Hridaya Durbalam. We feel very low, we feel we cannot do anything. That is Shudram Hridaya Durbalam. From Durbal, low energy, basically. So Krishna says, he, "O Arjuna, do not yield to the weakness. It doesn't benefit you. In fact, it doesn't suit you. You have to continuously remind. If I am a student, it doesn't suit me that I don't study. If I am a professor, it doesn't suit that I don't accept the new things, new challenges. If I am in the relationship, if some challenges are coming in the situation, it doesn't suit that I escape from the situation. It doesn't suit you. You are not that weak. You have to remind yourself. हाँ, very ये कितना अच्छा है. If you see, abandon this petty faint-hearted hardness and arise. Uttishta Paranta. I'm sorry. Actually, I have to highlight this word. Arise. Can you see? Almighty warrior. Specifically, Krishna says, Almighty warrior. So Krishna reminded him that you are a warrior. Huh? You are a mighty warrior. Arise. Uttishta Parantapa. This word helps me a lot. Whenever I feel low, Uttishta Parantapa. Arise. Get up. Get up and face the situation. Arise. Uttishta Parantapa. That positive word gives you the positive energy. Just like negative thoughts. It makes us feel very low. So actually we are not low. We are physically fit and fine. This is the psychological effect of the negative word. I cannot do it. This is very difficult. This is unacceptable. I expected from this, but how he or she has responded to me, this is unacceptable. All these negative thoughts leads to the negative energy, and we can be similarly reverse it. Krishna says, Uttishta Paranta. That worked very well with the Arjuna. Arise, you can do it. Why you can do it? You are a mighty warrior. Oh, you forgot you are a warrior? How you can say you cannot do it? Similarly, you have to remind yourself. You remind your strength to yourself. Sometimes हम भूल जाते हैं कि हम क्या क्या कर सकते हैं. We forget everything. हम हमारा वर्थ ही भूल जाते हैं. We think we cannot. You remind yourself. How was you? How were you? And now how you are reacting, how you are doing it doesn't suit you. It is the paramount. Get up. You can do it. See, you have degree. That means you have that intellectuality. So, see, you have worked so hard for the years. That means you have the caliber. See, you have faced so many situations before. That means you are capable of doing the things. Then why you say no right now? Find out the reason. What things triggers you to the negative mindset? Find out that reason. And if you understand that reason, then you will ultimately come up with the solution. So this is the reason I am feeling low. I will change it. So this helps. Utteshta Parantaka. Arise, Almighty One. Hold deep psychological significance. ये पूरा psychological जो है effect. So Lord Krishna reminds Arjuna, arise. He reminds of Arjuna's strength that you are already a warrior. How can you say I cannot hold the weapon? You have already won so many games before. How can you think like that? Similarly, you also sit with yourself. You know that SWOT analysis we have done in our academics? Yes, SWOT analysis is also taken from the Srimad Bhagavad Gita. Sit with yourself. Instead of doing nothing, sit with yourself, take a pause and find out your strength. What I am able to do. How I was. What are my capabilities? What is the reason I cannot do that? Instead of that comfort zone, not doing anything. The day when you feel that no, I cannot do it. There is a lot of stress. मुझसे तो नहीं होगा. Take a pause. It is okay. Take a pause wherever you are. Take 5 minutes. Take a notebook. Take a pen. Start writing your story. Write one question. Why I am feeling stressed? What is the reason behind it? Am I not able to face the situation? What is the reason for that? Am I afraid of a failure? Am I afraid of the competition? What what bothers me? Identify that answer. Then identify, is it really worthable to think like that? If you respond in this way, definitely you will get your inner strength. Definitely. Your same thing happened. Krishna reminded him, who are you? What is your strength? Is it really worthable to give up in this situation? Then what happened? Lord Krishna then reminded him. So positive and encouraging words gradually transform the Arjun's fear and hopelessness into the confidence and the determination. So see, we also need somebody. But I feel instead of expecting somebody to be there, see, we attend so many motivational lectures. We follow so many motivational speakers. It is good practice. But what? When we are in the emotional crisis, is there somebody next to me? If the answer is no, this is the reason why people are a part of a depression. Sometimes the depression the depression feels so worse. People sometimes commit a suicide. Why? They feel alone. They don't feel there is no one to help me to come up from that negative situation. Why we don't consider Srimad Bhagavad Gita as our friend? हम पहले से सुन के आए हैं कि books are your best friends. Why we don't give a chance to Srimad Bhagavad Gita? Because someone can be available or cannot be available. If I am depending on any person, so everybody knows expectation kills. ये खुद में एक बहुत बड़ा फिर नेगेटिव हो जाता है. But Bhagavad Gita always with you, and it is a book of positivity. Whenever you feel low, just open this chapter number 2, slok number 3. Do not read the entire slok. It is okay. Just read these two words. Uttishta Paranjapa. Get up. Arise. I am with you. Remind yourself about your strength. And then see, definitely the magic will happen. Definitely it will work. Because it has worked for me. So if you say, ma'am, I will take only 10 more minutes. So if you say, do you have any practical example or just it is a, a lecture? No, we have. And I have taken the example in the from the contemporary world only, not from the scriptures, very old example. No. So I hope everybody is aware about Manu Bhaकर. I hope news में काफी highlight हुई थी. So if you see her journey, I'm sorry, she is a Olympic shooter. I think everybody knows. But what happened if you see her journey in 2020? Again, he was playing in the Tokyo Olympics. But what happened? A very devastating situation came that the equipment, there was a technical problem. There was a problem with the gun, shooting gun. And because of the problem in the uh, equipment, he, I think, 15 to 20 minutes were spent in the just to tackle with the device or the equipment, whatever. When at the time of when she's playing, at the time of that shooting, so the time was like, उसका time जा रहा था. And definitely, if you are playing at Tokyo Olympics, it is your turn now. And if you face the situation where the gun is not working, you are able to hit very well, you are able to shoot very well. But the equipment is not supporting, the equipment is not working very well. Let's say I have 30 minutes, 15 minutes are wasted in the equipment only. So now you are left with only 15 minutes. And as per the rules, if there is a problem with the equipment, you will not get that extra time. Now सोचो ये कितना stressful situation होगा. And because of this, she lost the game at the Olympic level. And she said that I was mentally, emotionally, I was suffering very badly that I decided I will never play again. Because I was able to play और मैं वो टोक्यो वाला ओलंपिक जीत भी सकती थी. But because of the equipment failure, I also get sick. But she said that if I'm able to play the entire game. So अगर हम देखेंगे, she said I started reading the Bhagavad Gita. What she felt that there is no words to play again. If you see this Bhagavad Gita's role in Manu Bhakar's journey to the Olympic medal. So what she said that I almost उसका तो give up हो गया था that I will never play again for so and so reason because she was again and again reminding कि उस time पे result क्या आया था. So moreover focusing on the practicing, focusing on her duties, her performance, she was again and again and again just reminded psychological effect again कि मैं तो हार गई थी, equipment failure हो गया था. And what if I play again and something again happens and if I fail again? So these thoughts, the psychological effect, she said, I felt I will never play again. But after 2020 Tokyo Olympic failure, she started reading Bhagavad Gita. And only one sloka that she implemented that I have to focus on my duties, that I will focus on my practice, I will work hard on my duties, and I will not think about the result. And she started again, and everybody knows that she won a gold medal for the India. She was the first Indian woman shooter to win an Olympic medal. How she regained the strength, she regained the courage, she regained the confidence by just reading the Srimad Bhagavad Gita. That I have to focus. She focus on karma yoga. That focus on your action, not on the outcome. Do not think कि अगर फिर से मैं खेली, फिर से मैं हार गई, फिर से कुछ हो गया तो just focus on your goal. Just focus on the duty. So see how positive words change the psychology. And she came out from that comfort zone and she started practicing again. She started, carrying that same attitude of practicing again. And what happened? She became the first Indian woman shooter to win an Olympic medal. Now think, अगर वो comfort zone में ही रह जाती that I don't do that, अब मुझे फिर से नहीं करना, तो फिर वो कभी भी विनर नहीं बनती, कभी भी नहीं. This is what I have learned from my spiritual guide, that never give up. If you really want to give up on your negative thoughts, but do not give up on your actions. So only one line I will say, my spiritual guide used to say that 2 दिन के बीच में एक रात जरूर आती है, जो उस रात में सर्वाइव नहीं करेगा वो अगले दिन का सूरज नहीं दिखेगा. So it is okay. Some things are happening in our life, some situation we are unable to handle, and something happened. It is okay. We again have a choice to move on, to work again, to restart again. Please do not focus on the negative thoughts. Just understand the negative mindset will give you the comfort zone, and please don't sit in the comfort zone. That will never give you a result. It will always give you a result. But if you convert your thoughts, then you are able to do something again. So let's say I have more examples. Again, this is a very good example. आप जो है online search करते हैं ना इसको भी, same emotional crisis, and I think it is a matter of recent, maybe 2025 or maybe early days of 26 only. There is one more, Ajay. Ajay, he is a very successful businessman. So, only one word from the Bhagavad Gita, if you see, Abhay, fearlessness. So this also helps Srimad Bhagavad Gita, this one word. I'll tell you, please, if you start reading Bhagavad Gita, just a one slok, just a one word. Once you get related to the even a single word, that can change the life. The Ajay sir says that only one word that helped me. उनका अपना एक business है, and all of sudden, due to some reason, whatever reason, he was planning to switch to the new business. And there was a lot of risk. And again, risk leads to the fear, competition, stress, anxiety. What will happen if I lose this, if I lose everything, right? But he says that Bhagavad Gita central message of fearfulness, Abhay, saved my core business strategy. The text taught me that if your intent is pure, if your intentions are pure, definitely your efforts are absolute, you will definitely get success. So the conclusion, what we can say is the Bhagavad Gita philosophy. It has the potential to transform our negative thoughts into the positive thoughts. It will definitely help us, to shape us, our self-discipline. It will definitely help in our emotional resilience. This will definitely help us to transform our thoughts. It will help in in every aspect. Correct. So the last message that I can say that can be a helpful for you to as a takeaway message that I have learned from my master. He always remind me that come out of your comfort zone, your destination is waiting for you. तो आप अपने कंफर्ट जोन से बाहर निकलिए, मंजिल आपका इंतजार करें. Do not stick. For some time it is okay not doing anything, but it should not be, a consistent situation that I'm not able to do this. I'm not able to do. Don't sit in the comfort zone. Come out of it. Your destination is waiting for you. Thank you very much. I hope I could help you in some